Hey everybody, it's Kay, and I'm here with my Boxycharm by Ipsy. This is July of 2025. I do get 2 boxes. This is box number 1, the original box. So I get 2 boxes because in the icon month, which is next month, I like to get both of them, and if I didn't get 2 subscriptions, my Boxycharm would just turn into the icon. I wouldn't get the Boxycharm, and I like it. So let's see what's in here. So I did get some add-ons. So I always do. I do like the add-ons because it gives, it's good prices, and I get an opportunity to get some things that I wouldn't ordinarily get. So anyway, let's see what we have here. So this box, I paid $32 plus $1.99 for shipping and handling, and then $15 for a boost. So I basically paid $49 for what we're about to see. Okay, so they choose 2 items, and I'm gonna pick out those 2 first here to look at. Okay, so they chose the Beauty Bio Hydrating Booster, and it is a ceramide moisture barrier support cream. Here it is, here. And I am intrigued by this brand. I actually got in my Trend Mood box, I got the eye cream, and I really liked it. So I'm sort of, and I've gotten some other things from the shopper too. I think this is a good brand, and I noticed a difference with the eye cream. So I was excited that they chose this for me. Here it is. It has sort of a little, I think, a pump from this direction, and screws off, and it has a little tube like this. So let's see. Okay, it came out pretty easily from the tip. Okay, it doesn't have a smell. It feels nice. I am happy to have this. So that is a good one for me. That was a very, very good choice. So let's see here. I'm gonna have to put on the glasses to see if we can read anything about it. It just says Ceramide Moisture Barrier Support Complex. It's a double action formula. Where'd it go? So here it is while I read about it. This double action, it's this way. Double action formula combines lipid-rich ceramides and skin-quenching natural ecotin for a surge of hydration that aids in reinforcing skin's protective barrier and restoring its natural moisture. Ceramides help seal in moisture, which helps prevent dryness while supporting a more radiant complexion. So anyway, it says to apply it directly to skin after cleansing, or add to serum or moisturizer AM and PM. Okay, that's a good one. So the next item they chose for me, and this is a $23 product, is BYOD, which is Be Your Own Desire, and this is a stick eyeshadow. I do like stick eyeshadows. I think this is a color that I would like. Let's see it in just a second. There's the outside of it. Okay, here it's sort of a pink color. Let's see if we can see what the shade is here. It is called Ethereal Rose. Okay, well, it twists up. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that is going to be, I think, a good color for me, and I am excited to have it. It seems like too, it's not one that's just going to rub off. So, and you can see it was less intense, and I may prefer it that way. I'm really excited to have that. So I know a lot of people weren't, but I definitely am. So let's see what those were the 2 items that they chose. Let's see the items that I got to choose. So in category 1, I could have chosen the Beauty Bible palette, thought about that, the Mario Lip Plump color in Rosy Pink, the Milk Lash and Brow Serum, the Dr. Brandt Face Exfoliator, Glow Recipe Pomegranate, or the Drunk Elephant Glow Drops, And I have to tell you, part of my decision was made by what it was that I could get in the add-ons versus not. So I had access to look at that before I made my choices. So I chose the Bead Gold Bright Drops. I thought this would be something really interesting to have. I have the rosy drops, which don't really put a lot of color on me. I have the bronze one, which I didn't use as much of, but I actually would tend to use this gold one. Let's see what it looks like. This is a $39 product. It looks like this here. Okay, there, it looks sort of like light. That's okay. So we'll just rub it on. Okay, it's actually lighter than I thought, more of like a highlighter. There it is. So I don't know, I was expecting it to be more gold. Let's see what we can read about on the box with this one. I think I'm gonna enjoy it though. I mean, I'm definitely gonna use it. Okay, it says it's an illuminating barrier strengthening serum that adds sophisticated golden glow to all skin. It's a blend of 5% niacinamide and then some other chemicals here. Let's see what it says as far as directions. Suggested use, boy, this is really small. Shake before use, add a drop to any drunk elephant serum, oil, or blah, blah, blah. It's so really small. It may be used to apply directly to the face or anywhere you want a touch of luminosity. Oh, that is the smallest writing you can imagine right there. And the glasses didn't really help with it. Okay, well, I am really interested to try that. Okay, that's a good one. I like my choice. Okay, in the second category, I could have chosen the Sonage Luminez cream, an Innisfree lip product, an LYS stick foundation product, the Origins Cheeks and Balances, or the TYS lip crayon. And I just had to choose. Let's see here. Well, I think it's in here. I haven't found it yet. Okay. Well, it looks like we may just be missing that product. Okay. Okay. I think we are missing a product. This was supposed to be the LYS foundation stick. And it's just not in here. Okay, well, don't know what happened there. Okay, I think it fell into another box. Let's see if this is it, because I did get a second box, and somehow it may have just fallen in here. Let's see if this is it. This is it. Okay, we did find it. So I'm glad we found it, because I was going to be disappointed. So this is a triple fix serum, and like everything with LYS, it comes in a little rectangular thing. They chose this color as the one that would work for me. It clicks up, okay, and then this is what it looks like. So we're going to put a little bit on here. Okay, I do like these stick kind of foundations. There it is there. So I don't think it's too yellowy, and it is a neutral color. Oh, there it is. I think that went into my skin pretty well. And you know what I like? I can already tell I like about it. I like the one by Anastasia Beverly Hills, but it has a very, very hard time settling on my skin. In fact, it just sits on my skin, and I have to put on like setting powder or setting spray or both to help with it. This is not going to have that problem. This is actually just, it is already fixed on my skin, and I think that's a really good color for me. I know people really like this, and I am so glad we actually found it, and it just fell off into the other box. Okay. That product is a $25 product. So in the last category, I could have chosen the Wonder Beauty eye gels. I really like those. The Ather Beauty Bronze, SL Miss Glam brushes, the Rosie by Jane Missy perfume, REM liquid eyeshadow, or the Bishop BISHA blush duo. Now that's a new brand to me, but that is what I chose because it looked interesting and it had a nice container. This is a $55 product. It is a dual, and it is one of these ones that is very, very shiny. It's a really like a copper color. We have a thunderstorm going on outside right now. Okay, here it is. Looks pretty. Now it sort of like makes you think it's Patrick Ta. Even it's just the way that this container looks. This mirror is covered, and I got the Dubai pink, I think is what it is. And I'm glad that this was the color that was my choice because I saw some that were deeper and they weren't going to work for me. This does have an expiration date on it, by the way, of 2028. You don't always see that, especially on blush, but it does have a cream blush in here, so that could be the reason for it. Okay, well there it is. We're going to take a look at it. So this on the bottom here had a little bitty thing like this, and this is the cream, and then this is a powder. So this reminds me of the one by One Size Beauty. Okay, there's what it looks like. And then we're going to try the powder one. There. Okay. Well, I am excited to have that. Okay, that is a good one for me. And I got to try a brand that it seems like it's a nice brand and one I had never had a chance to choose before. Okay, so let's get into the boost item. Okay, it's a big one. Now this is a brand I like. It's the Fresh Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask. So Fresh is it's just a brand that my skin likes. This was the choice that everybody had unless you unticked it if you do get the boost. This is a $92 product. Okay, we're gonna see what it, usually they do have a little bit of a smell to them. It seems to be a glass jar, and that comes off like this. Okay, it does have a little bit of a tea smell. It looks really, we get a little bit on our finger. Okay. Looks like that, and it feels nice. Okay, that has actually a pleasant smell to it. We're gonna see what the outside of this box says. Let's see if we can find out a little bit about it. Known for its cloud-like whip texture, this advanced treatment mask smooths and softens while helping improve suppleness with Fresh's Black Tea Complex for a silky, velvety finish. Packed with moisture plumping hyaluronic acid, spears, and skin smoothing. Don't ask me, it's something polysaccharides is what I'm going to guess. The mask delivers a cooling effect that refreshes the senses even after it's rinsed off. So you cleanse and apply evenly to dry skin. You leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes, and you use this 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, well, I am excited to have this. I did not have this product. I have about 5 other products by that brand. Okay, so that was $92, and I paid $15 for that. So just the 5 items that I paid basically $34 for, the 5 items were $184 value. I definitely got my money's worth. When I added the extra $15 to bring it up to $49 that I paid plus tax, $276. So I think we did pretty well, and I like everything that I got. Okay, so I did get a couple of add-ons, some $12 ones, an $18 one, and a couple of $25 ones. So anyway, I got this rim, and this was also in the choice items, but it just wasn't what I wanted my choice to be. This is the Rim Beauty. This is a liquid eyeshadow, and it looks like it's got some shifting of color that goes on. Okay, it comes with an applicator tip like this, And I do also like liquid eyeshadows. Not as much. They're harder to work with for me than a stick. Okay, so there it is. Well, we're gonna let it dry down and see how it dries, but I am very interested to try this. It does not have a smell to it. So that's a good one. This is a $20 product. So I am happy to have that. The Biro Berry, and I have had this, I actually do have this already in a full size. I do like it. It is by Biro, and it is the Berry, Pro Berry Pore Refining Toner. This is a $58 product. Comes in this box. I love Biro products. That's one of the brands that I use the most for my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to Elemis. Elemis, this is a $25 add-on. This product is a $135 product. This is the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Micro Serum. And my skin loves Elemis, and this was a product I didn't have. There it is. So I'd imagine it smells like roses. Some of their products do. And let's see, a little bit, not much. Okay, a little bit more when you spread it out, but I really like roses, so that doesn't bother me at all. So we're gonna have to get the glasses on to see a little bit more about this product. It's a very nice product. Okay, it's clinically proven to support and strengthen the skin barrier with moisture to leave skin plumped with 72 hours of long-lasting hydration. The lightweight formula is packed with over 7,000 rose micro droplets. Skin feels firmer, more supple looking, and the dewy complexion is left with a fresh, dewy appearance. And the complexion is left with a fresh, dewy appearance. So you use morning and evening. You gently massage 1 to 2 pumps into dry, cleansed skin. Okay. All right. Hydrates, plumps, and soothes. I like soothing because sometimes I get angry skin. Okay, that's a good one. I really like that. So I couldn't pass up the Origins Cheeks and Balances. I've had this in the past. I think this is, I've had it in a clear container before. There it is. This is a $29 product. Let's see here. Well, it doesn't have a safety seal. Yeah, this is the same one. Okay, it smells minty. I really love it. I used the whole thing before. It was larger, but it was in a see-through thing. Just absolutely love this. So I had an opportunity to get a new one, and I did. The Volition Retinol Eye Cream. Now this is on the Ulta site for $62, and it says Grenache Retinol Eye Cream. Okay, I have other products by this brand, and I wanted to try this. They have another eye cream, but I did not have this one. So there are two different ones. My label's a little crooked. I'm not really thrilled about that, but it doesn't really, it's not gonna harm anything. I do use an eye cream 2 times a day. Okay, it doesn't really have a smell to it. It's not a light eye cream. Okay, well, let's take a look and see what is so special about it. The emollient formula revitalizes delicate skin around the eyes while going to work on 4 major signs of aging: crow's feet, sagging, puffiness, and dryness. Okay, well, I definitely would need some help in all those areas. So it's got gram-active retinoid, grapeseed, peptides, hyaluronic acid. They function harmoniously for firmer looking, smoother results, and overnight restorations. Okay, so it looks like this is one that you use overnight. It doesn't say necessarily that you do, but because I've looked at the box several times, I guess you could use it morning and night. Okay, here it does say it, apply to the eye area in the evening, gradually build up to use every night. Okay, so because of the retinoid, you've got to be careful not to use it, because it can, it can cause problems if you put too much retinol product on. So I'm glad I read those instructions a little bit better to not do this every night, because I don't need trouble. Okay, so the next item, and I like this brand, and this was a choice item, but I just wanted something else that was in the choices, which was the blush that we saw. This is Rosie by Jane Missy. This is a travel size of the Missy. It's $29. In the shop, they had where you could get the Discovery Kit so that you could try the different fragrances, and that was a good deal. If you're not sure, the next time you see that, by Commodity does it too, but if you see it by Rosie by Jane, get it so you can get the little bitty, excuse me, the smaller ones. This has like a little coconut smell to it. It is a good one, I think, for the summer, and I'm happy to have it. Okay. It doesn't say, oh, let's see, Missy. Okay, it doesn't say the things, the notes that it has. But it just smells coconut and something else, and just a fun fragrance for the summer. So I'm gonna enjoy that one. Okay. I got, and this in the last icon box was something that other people got, and I think I could have chosen it, but I didn't. It's called the Rootist Bio Brew. And this is a $48 product. You find it on Sephora. And it's a hair serum that basically helps repair hair. And it comes in this tube like this. And then there's the product right there. It doesn't want to come out. Let's see what it smells like. Okay. It almost has sort of like a tangy fruit smell to it. So let's see if we can read anything about this on here. By the way, this product, if I didn't say it already, is a $48 product. It just seemed interesting, and I know the reviews were actually pretty good on it. Okay. It's fermented strengthening serum. It's for weak or damaged hair or normal to dry scalps. I do have a little bit of some dry scalp areas. Don't have that much damage to my hair because I actually don't blow dry my hair. I let it air dry, and that makes a big difference. You shake well before you use it, and you apply it to damp hair 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, well, I am really interested to try that. That's a good one for me. Okay, we just got a couple more. The Glow Recipe Pomegranate Firming Serum here. This is a $45 product. You can find it at Sephora. And I love Glow Recipe products. There was just something else I wanted in the category more, which was those drops that are here. They are, the gold drops by Drunk Elephant. They really just didn't come out gold. I thought they were going to be more gold. And here it is, this firming serum. They're typically in glass bottles. Their products work well with my skin. Happy to have this. Okay, it has a very minor smell to it. I think it's just beautiful packaging. All of the Glow Recipe. They're sort of, sometimes they're asymmetric. This one's not. Okay, I like that a lot. We have the Patrick Ta, and I got this, I think a couple of months ago, but I have a different, and this is a $25 add-on, and I have to tell you, I have been really pleased with the foundation that I got as an add-on. It was last month or the month before. I was very pleased with these. It comes in a really nice container here. These are actually a $39 retail value, and there's 2 different shades on here. I think one of them is for the girls, and the other one is unavailable. I think the lighter one is for the girls, and then this other darker one is unavailable. Okay, really pretty containers. I actually have one of these, sort of like the light purpley pink one from before, that I put in my purse. I use it all the time. These are plumping lip glosses. There's the for the girls right there. Doesn't really have a smell. They don't sting, but they do give a little bit of moisturizing and plumping. Not too much, but enough to, ooh, this is pretty. Look at that. That one shows up a little bit more. In fact, we're gonna put some of that on right now. I like that. Okay. That's a good one. I really like that. So this is my birthday month, by the way. So happy birthday early to me with the things I got. And I think the last item we have in here is the Pro Palette. Is the one called Sissy. And this is a $99 product. And it has a mirror, but it also has bronzers, highlighters, banana powder, blushes. There it is. And these smaller ones are eyeshadows. I wasn't as thrilled about the eyeshadows. I probably would use this one and maybe this one. So that wasn't really, well, I'll use three of them. I'll use this one, I'll use this one, and I'll use that one right there. It has a little lip on it, the cover. But this is actually two different colors right here. I love their highlighters. Sometimes I actually have on today this little palette. It's a highlighter, but oh, okay, it's down there. But I use it as a little bit of eyeshadow. It has 5 different colors in it, so that's really pretty, and I'm happy to have that. I'm gonna try a little bit of the eyeshadows here and see what they look like. Okay, there's 3 of them there. Okay, that was the bottom 3 right there. Okay, these 3. I think I'm gonna like that. Okay, well, that's a good one. It's just everything all together. I like that. Well, that's everything in this box. There's gonna be a video on the other box, probably going up because they both came on the same day. It'll also go up today. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and have a great day.